Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I would like to start the annual organization meeting by nominating Cheryl Mitchell as the temporary chairperson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order now. Would you please join me in standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dave nominated. We need to have a second and a vote.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Dave?
Okay.
Aye. Thank you.
No, good. Continue.
Can you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Olet to state the nomination for the election of chairperson.
I'd like to nominate Dave Zimmer as the chairperson for 2024.
And I will second.
Okay, and we'll take a vote. Mrs. Claire?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
I think I should abstain, or?
No, you can vote, Dave.
You're allowed to
Yeah.
vote.
Okay. Okay, then I'll go ahead and vote yes.
Mr. Olet?
I vote yes.
And I vote yes. Congratulations.
Ms. Chairwoman,
Yes.
I would like to nominate Cheryl Mitchell as vice chair of the Millcreek Township General Authority.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
And all those in favor, let's vote on that.
If everyone in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Oh, sorry.
Aye.
I vote yes.
Okay, approved.
Sorry, Dave, I wasn't sure if you could hear, so I was repeating.
Yes, I said aye. Yes,
Okay.
I'm in favor.
Thanks, Dave. Next, we'll go through the appointments, and we'll be having a motion made and be voting on these individually as we go forward. Do I have a motion for Matt Waldinger for Executive Director?
So moved.
Second?
And all those in favor, Mrs. Clear?
Aye.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yeah. Yes.
Aye.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have the Millcreek Township General Authority Secretary, and the appointment is Township Secretary Cheryl Williams. We have a motion made for Cheryl.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. And Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have the Millcreek Township General Authority Interim Treasurer, Township Assistant Treasurer Melanie Page. We have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Mr. Waldinger, excuse me, Mr. Zimmer.
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have the Millcreek Township General Authority Solicitor, Township Solicitor, McDonald, Illig, Jones and Britton, Mark Shaw, Esquire, Principal Contact. We have a motion.
So moved.
Second?
And Mr. Zimmer,
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you. Attached to your agenda, you will find the designation of regular meetings of the Millcreek Township General Authority, and it has the meeting schedule for 2024 from today's forward through the end of the year, 12/10/24. Any questions on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting then?
I'm sorry, Cheryl. I have a motion
Oh.
to approve the meetings, the meeting schedule.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting schedule for 2024.
And I'll second.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you.
And now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you. Meeting adjourned. 305, 306.
I'll note that the regular meeting is scheduled for 3:15, so we'll commence at that point in time.
Okay, so we will wait until 3:15? Okay. Cheryl, begin the meeting.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Let's begin by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start off by any public comments on the agenda items. Okay. Next are the approval of minutes from the December 12th, 2023 meeting. May I have a motion to approve those meetings, or if there are any changes or any questions with regard to those meetings?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
You have a second.
I'll second.
Thank you. We'll take a vote. Mr. Zimmer?
Mr. Zimmer, we're taking a vote on the
minutes?
minutes.
You stepped away.
Sorry about that. I vote yes. I was having an issue with my phone.
Oh, sorry, he was having an issue with his phone.
Okay.
He voted yes.
Yes, I'm okay. That was an incoming call. I vote yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olat?
Yes.
And I vote yes. And it's approved. Next, the financial report. Yes. Mr.
Thank you.
Waldinger.
Yes, it was a very slow month, especially with the holidays. There were only 3 checks written this month. There was one for solicitor services, one to Penelec for electric service at the Bel Air, and then we did pay for the asbestos removal for Joe Root's Manor Motel and the Sandbar, and that's something that I'll kind of recap in my executive director report.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, the approval of bill, I'm sorry. Mr. Shaw, were you?
No, approval of the bills, you need to have a motion.
Yes. The approval of bills. May I have a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills. Sorry.
Second.
Second. Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olat?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you. Next, we'd like to have an update on the communications. Mr. Waldinger?
Yes, thank you very much. As I mentioned previously, we did pay the bills for the asbestos remediation at Joe Root's, the Sandbar, and the Manor Motel. In conjunction with that, we paid those after receiving the final report, final lab and disposal reports. Everything is in order. So all of the asbestos has been removed and disposed of properly, and that portion of the project is complete. Next, I'd like to report that on December 22nd, right before we broke for the holidays, we did get word from the Erie County Conservation District that the Department of Environmental Protection approved our NPDES permit, our erosion and sedimentation permit, for the demolition work. So that leads to the next phase. I have been in contact with the contractor and am working with them to try and find a date to schedule a pre-job conference. As soon as we have that conference, assuming that they have everything else in order, they would be able to get a notice to proceed from the authority. As part of that pre-job conference, they would be providing us with a schedule, their intended schedule of operations. So I hope that by the February meeting, I'll be able to report to the authority the schedule. And as a reminder, the contract does have a May 15th completion date, so they would be done by then. But I know we've had a lot of questions about when are they going to start, what are they going to do. So may have some more clarity on that by February.
Oh, good.
Great, thank you. Thank you for that update. At this time, I'd ask if there are any citizens, I'm sorry.
Solicitor communication, I don't know if you had it.
Yeah,
I'm
there-
sorry, my apologies.
That's okay. No solicitor communications.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, Mr. Shaw. At this time, I'd like to ask if there's any citizens to be heard, and if they are, please come forward. Put my glasses on.
Sign this here. I heard you're getting a new sound system. That's wonderful. I just had a couple questions. Have the Millcreek supervisors, the authority, Altair Realty, or Matt Waldinger received any inquiries from individuals interested in purchasing any of the properties, including the Bel Air property? Yes or no?
Yes, we did.
What was the response?
The response was that we weren't at a time where we were accepting proposals, but they would keep them informed as we move forward in the process.
So you didn't even ask them who might be interested, what they were willing to propose? You just told them wait several months, or?
The one proposal that I'm aware of that we received was a detailed proposal. They laid out what they were interested in doing.
So they did give it to you?
It was received by the authority, yes.
Okay. Kim, is it your opinion that the authority or the township is going to make money on this project? Is that
Ms.
your
Weber,
opinion?
you're aware that this is a public comment period.
Yes, but the open meeting law suggests that you can ask questions of your elected officials at meetings. As a matter of fact, it recommends that you do. So
Yes,
is it-
thank you for asking the question. I do appreciate that, and my phone is always available if you'd like to call. And I would be more than happy to answer your questions.
So it's your opinion that the township or the authority won't make money on this project?
That's your opinion, not mine.
All right. Do you have any financial projections on the project? Do these show a profit or a loss? Did you complete any financial projections before purchasing the properties? Do you have that document? Yes, no? I'm asking everybody that question. Did you have those items? Did you do a financial projection, a profit or loss statement, anything before you purchased the properties? Cheryl, do you have anything like that?
I do not have that information. And again, this is comment, so as Kim said, if there's any further questioning or information, please contact the authority directly.
Well, actually, the authority meeting is the time when citizens should come and ask questions because you're all here together rather than getting on the phone and calling all of you or emailing. So that really doesn't make any sense. All right. Are you familiar with how many years it will take to collect enough township taxes to equal millions spent on the property acquisition, demolition, asbestos removal, property upkeep, school taxes, etc.? Are you familiar with what that number is? I take it no. So even if something with the assessed value of Walmart on Westridge Road went there, it would take over 100 years, just so you know there. What benefit does the project have for the taxpayers? Kim? What benefit does this project have for the taxpayers?
Sue, I think that you are aware that there's an increased tax revenue after the properties would be developed because of the mixed use, both in property tax and income tax. And it's comparing it to Walmart is comparing apples and oranges, or maybe
No,
apples
it's not.
and...
If something with the assessed value of Walmart even went there, it would take over
Okay.
100 years in township
That's
tax
your opinion.
collected.
And-
I have it.
No, that's your opinion.
No, a CPA helped me put that together. I can show it to you.
Okay, sure.
The township, are you aware that more park visitors, 99% of people visiting the park don't use 8th Street? If they started to use it, it would become a major feeder street, creating more traffic congestion on Peninsula Drive. And finally, the township ended 2022 with a deficit of almost $5 million, and it looks like it will end 2023 with a $7 million deficit. How is the authority planning to replace the interest income for the township in the township budget that was being earned by the water sale savings account monies now that you have spent these funds on property acquisition, et cetera? Those earnings average $201,341 a year. What plans does the authority have to reimburse the township for that amount? Do you have any? Yes, no? You either have plans to reimburse it or you don't. Yes, no? Let the record show I came to question a public authority when they were all here together and the authority refused to answer questions from the public. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should we also note that we've never been contacted to have a meeting? To actually answer the questions? Let's that be noted, too.
Where you are all together. Look at the open meeting law.
Are there any other citizens to be heard at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Dennis McCain. It was reported on the news briefly, and I wanted to maybe follow, about how the church near the project property zigzagged or something, and maybe there might be some swapping of land or straightening of land or reassessment or surveying, I'm sorry if I used the wrong word, surveying of property to help make it more purchasable, viable? I'm sorry. How's that proceeding? Is it a viable option? Is it?
It's something that's been in discussion. There is a odd property line, the north side of Joe Roots, and the church has expressed an interest in maybe working with us to straighten that out, but no decisions have been made or any details to share. They've just been open to conversation.
And would the diocese pay for that, or would the authority pay for all that? Or is that still not unknowns?
It's unknowns at this point. Like I said, it's just been conversation to this point.
Wishful thinking, or is it?
Can guarantee you that would work for the best, absolute best deal that I could for the authority in the township.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Any other citizens to be heard? Okay, thank you. Do we need to have an executive session
It's up
at
to
this
the
point?
board.
I don't think so.
Do we need to take a vote on that?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Dave, are you good not having an executive session?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
May I have a motion for an adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
This is clear.
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Thank you.